Hello everyone. Picture this. It's 2030 and businesses are not just driven by data, but by creativity at scale. Generative AI has unlocked human potential, making personalized products and services the new standard. Marketing campaigns use AI to generate content that resonates on a personal level. Manufacturing is redefined by smart designs that self-improve. And decision-making is transformed by predictive models that anticipate change before it happens. This future is not a distant reality, it's one that we are creating today. As we step into this course, we are stepping into the role of a visionary leader. As we kick off this course, think of yourself as a pioneer. You're about to learn how to harness this incredible technology to create amazing products, thrilling consumer experiences, and new business models. So are you ready to ride this wave of change with me and be the change maker in your field? Let's get started and unlock this transformative power of Gen AI together. It's time to turn what ifs into what's next, and I can't wait to explore it with you. Hello everyone, this is Rabi J here. I am the author of Enterprise AI in the Cloud, with more than 15 years of experience driving digital transformation across retail, consumer, telecom, media, tech, and other companies. I am thrilled to know that you have taken time to join me on this exciting trip into this transformational world of generative AI in business. I can assure you this course is going to be anything but ordinary, because we are about to explore how AI and generative AI in particular isn't changing the game, but it is creating a whole new playing field. This is unlike what we have seen anything in the past. Take a good look at the graphic we have up there. Notice how those sophisticated AI algorithms are intertwined into the daily grind of business. We are stepping into a new era where AI is becoming a cornerstone of business strategy. It is not just a flashy innovation, but it is the secret sauce for igniting creativity and smoothing out workflows and opening doors to growth and innovation that only now began to imagine. You and I will explore how businesses are leveraging Gen AI to carve out a competitive edge and reshape their destiny. We will tackle real challenges, ask all the hard questions, and I will walk you through some amazing examples of Gen AI in full force. So let's get ready for some eye-opening insights. By the end of these sessions, I am confident and hopeful that you will be brimming with ideas on how Gen AI can be a game changer for your business to drive innovation and foster growth in ways you might not have even thought possible. Think of AI as that new genius who's just arrived. Not just to solve the old problems, but to draw out new solutions that we never even dreamed of in the past. Look at that light bulb on the screen. That is to indicate that Gen AI is not just a tech upgrade. It's the sign of a future where impossible is just another word for not just done yet. I say this because Gen AI is turning the tables. It's rewriting the rule books in almost every industry you can imagine. It's not just content with streamlining processes, it's actually reimagining the whole systems from the ground up. Together, we're going to see how Gen AI is creating completely new ways to tackle problems, ways that were once just out of our hands. This game changer is stepping into arenas all across the board, from healthcare to finance, from education to environmental protection. It's opening the doors to new possibilities, giving us the tools to overcome previously unsolvable problems head-on in ways we have hardly considered in the past. As we explore the potential of Gen AI, Let's keep that light bulb in the back of our minds as a symbol to remind us about the many eureka moments and path breaking solutions we're going to see in the future. Let me repeat this again. Gen AI isn't just another tool, it's a mindset, it's a new perspective that we will use to look at our world, to rethink our problems, and to craft the answers for tomorrow. I'm here to walk you through that step by step, and I can't wait for us to explore the incredible potential of Gen AI. Take a moment to let this sink in. When we talk about Gen AI, we are not just talking about a small upgrade to what we already have. This isn't just about making existing software work faster or adding some new features to our tech stack. We are standing at a threshold of a revolution, a shift that redefines the very way we approach problems and opportunities. Gen AI introduces a whole new way of doing things. It's like opening a door to a treasure house you never knew existed, bursting with possibilities that extend in every direction, where creativity knows no bounds, where we can tailor customer experiences to an unprecedented degree, and where we can solve complex problems with solutions that were previously out of reach. As we move through this course, I want you to imagine this treasure of endless potential. Think about the processes within your business that could be reimagined, the products that could be redefined, and the markets that could be discovered. With generative AI, the number of possibilities isn't just large, it's virtually infinite. So ask yourself this question: what can Gen AI do for me or my industry? Let's take a stroll down the memory lane together and see how far we have come. Picture this. It's the 1950s, and some brilliant minds are dreaming about machines that can think and learn. Sounds like science fiction, right? Fast forward to the 1980s, and we see machine learning not just as a dream, but as a budding reality. And you've seen it, the big data revolution in the 2000s, right? Then comes the 2010s, a breakthrough era where deep learning takes the world by storm. And here we are now, you and I, witnessing the dawn of the 2020s, where generative AI is no longer a thing of the future, it's reshaping our present. So, what's your take on this evolution? How do you see yourself being a part of this transformative journey? I am excited to explore with you how generative AI continues to unfold and revolutionize every aspect of how we live and work. Why Gen AI isn't just a buzzword? It's because AI has bridged the gap between theory and practice. Take a look at this slide. They represent everyday applications and industry use cases where AI is not just a concept, but a reality making tangible differences in our lives. In our everyday experiences, we encounter AI in the form of smart assistants that learn our routines, personalized recommendations that seem to read our minds, and voice recognition that understands us better than ever before. These aren't just conveniences, they are AI working for us, making our lives easier and more connected. Then consider the industry use cases. In healthcare, AI helps diagnose diseases with precision, saving lives by catching things the human eye might miss. In manufacturing, predictive maintenance powered by AI can foresee issues before they happen. And in the financial sector, AI is the new watchdog, sniffing out fraud and protecting our hard earned money. This is AI in action. It is transforming the way we live, work, and think about the future. And as we progress through this course, I will be showing you how these applications are just the beginning of what AI can do. Let us take a moment to ponder a powerful thought from Andrew Ng, one of the leading minds in AI. He says, AI is the new electricity. Just as electricity transformed everything almost 100 years ago. Today, I actually have a hard time thinking of an industry that I don't think AI will transform in the next several years. It is quite something, isn't it? Think about it. Electricity, once a marvel on its own, is now a fundamental part of our everyday lives. And here we are, with AI poised to take on that mantle of change. It's not just a tool or a system upgrade, it's becoming the very fabric of how we live and work. Every sector you can think of, from the music on your playlist to the car that drives you home, is on the cusp of an AI revolution. And we are not just talking about a few tweaks here and there. We are looking at a complete transformation, new ways of creating, operating, and delivering. So as you sit there, maybe sipping on your coffee, I want you to think, how will AI reshape the industry you're passionate about? How will it transform your daily tasks or the services you rely on? Let's look at the course objectives. What you will learn and how it will catapult your understanding of AI from being a curious learner to becoming an informed innovator. We will not be just dipping our toes here. We are going in for a comprehensive learning experience. Picture this as your AI journey, from grappling with the basic concepts, the ABCs of AI, all the way discussing advanced applications that are transforming industries as we speak. But what's knowledge without a little action, right? That's why I have packed this course with practical insights. We are not just talking about theories, we're looking at the real world use cases and hands on exercises and examples. This is where the learning gets tangible, where you will see AI in action, solving real problems and creating value. I got a series of modules lined up, each one crafted to build your knowledge step by step, like signposts guiding you down the path of learning. Think of each module as a leg of a road trip. We will start with the basics and cruise through more complex concepts and applications. And here's the best part. It's an interactive road trip. You're in the driver's seat, steering through engaging content, tackling quizzes, sparking discussions, and taking on projects that bring the world of AI to life. In this slide, you can see the various course modules. Each one of them can be treated as an individual course on its own, and you can choose to listen to a particular course of your choice as well. Let's wrap things up by focusing on the key takeaways from our time together. These are the seeds of the AI-driven future we are going to cultivate. First up, we got strategic knowledge. This isn't your everyday info. It's the kind of deep understanding that sets the foundation of every decision you will make as AI continues to evolve. Think of it as your AI compass guiding you in the right direction. Then there are the tools to integrate AI into your business strategy. These are your instruments to orchestrate a harmonious blend of AI technology within your business. They are practical, they are actionable, and they are designed to slot seamlessly into your business operations. And of course, future-ready skills. These are your armor and toolkit rolled into one. As AI advances, these skills ensure you are not just keeping pace, but you are staying a step ahead, ready to leap at new opportunities. I really hope by the time you finish this course, you lead, innovate, and transform. Let's embrace these learnings and shape a future that excites us all. Are you ready to embrace the AI revolution in your business and unlock new potentials for innovation and growth in your business? Let's explore Gen AI capabilities. AI's capabilities are bursting beyond the confines of data analysis and entering a realm where they are not just tools but creators. First of all, we are looking at how AI is revolutionizing AI beyond data analysis. We have seen AI analyze data, but now it's making decisions, predicting outcomes, and even innovating on its own. This is a game changer, friends. AI is no longer just a calculator, it's becoming the inventor too. And then there's empowering creation, content, and solutions. Imagine AI as that painter with an infinite palette or a composer crafting a nice symphony. It's creating content, designing products, solving problems with a flair that's uniquely its own. From articles and music to designs and business solutions, AI is stepping into a role that was once thought to be uniquely human. Unbelievable. And finally, we are discussing a leap forward from data interpretation to generation. It's one thing to understand the world as we see it, but generative AI is adding its own brushstrokes, creating new pictures, new narratives, and possibilities that we're just beginning to understand. So, as we explore these concepts, I invite you to think beyond the traditional uses of AI. We are on the cusp of a new era where AI doesn't just assist in creation, it's actually taking the lead.
Have you ever wondered what happens when you combine the spark of human creativity with the sheer computational might of AI? Well, that's exactly what we're seeing here. Imagine AI as a sort of a creative assistant, kind of like your trusty co pilot in your journey towards innovation. It is not just crunching numbers or following algorithms. It's beginning to understand patterns and nuances in ways that can mimic and sometimes even enhance our own creative thought processes. For example, think of a painter blending colors on a palette. Now picture you and AI blending ideas in a similar way. Your intuition and insight, fused with AI's analytical power, can create a masterpiece that neither you nor AI can do alone. I wanted to envision this partnership in your daily work. AI can take your original concept and with its computational power, turn it into something really extraordinary, something beyond what any one of us could have imagined. Together, we are not just solving problems, but also crafting new solutions that carry the signature of both human creativity and the forward march of technology. It's simply amazing. Let's discuss how AI is changing the gears. For the longest time, traditional AI was like a diligent student absorbing data and analyzing it to tell us what it all means. It's like that magnifying glass over the rows of numbers on the left, like the detective piecing together the clues from what it knows. But now imagine if that student picked up a paintbrush and started creating art. That's generative AI for us. It's really a creative leap from just understanding data to actually making something new, like a light bulb moment that keeps on giving. Think about this for a second. You and I, when we look at a spreadsheet, we see numbers. Traditional AI does the same, but it tells us the trends and the patterns also. But then Gen AI doesn't stop there. It takes those numbers and asks what if questions. And it dreams up new articles and designs and music, content that's fresh, new, and original. So it's a big shift. It's a huge one. It's like moving from the person who reads the book to the one who actually writes it. And that's the exciting journey you and I are on, discovering how to harness the power to not just interpret the world, but also add to it. All right, let's discuss why Gen AI matters and unpack why it's such a huge deal for you and I. Think of it as that friend who's not only having those great ideas, but also can make those ideas a reality. Firstly, we got Gen AI as an innovation accelerator. It's like having a brainstorming friend who's always on, churning out new ideas at the speed of thought. Imagine sitting down, having a cup of coffee, and by the time you're done with it, boom, you have a list of novel strategies and ideas to go by. Then there is the role of an efficiency enhancer. If you ever been bogged down with repetitive creative tasks, you are going to love this. Gen AI takes care of the grunt work, freeing up your time to focus on the big picture. It's like delegating to a team that never sleeps, making sure the gears of creativity are always turning on and your workflow is as smooth as it can be. But here is the real game changer, friends. It is a business transformer. This is where things really get exciting. You're talking about opening doors to new business models that can adapt to customers' needs on the fly. It's always ensuring your customers get that personalized experience that they crave for. So, why does Gen AI matter in the whole scheme of things? Well, it's simple. It's not just about keeping pace, but setting the pace. With Gen AI in our corner, we are not just reacting to change, but we are driving it. And that, my friends, is a powerful place to be. When we talk about AI, it's not just about what it can do, but it is also about how it does it. Because that's why today you're seeing a lot of focus on the ethical side of AI, making sure it's not just smart, but also fair and respectful of privacy and accountability. Let's tackle fairness first. We want to nip biases in the bud, ensuring that AI treats everyone fairly. Think of AI as like a chef in a kitchen who's got to make sure his recipe suits everybody's taste. We want AI to create content that is fair and unbiased. It's about giving every piece that AI generates the balance it needs so that it can be universally relatable to all. It involves implementing measures to ensure AI algorithms are free from bias and promote equality. Next is privacy. This one's huge. We all value the security of our personal data, isn't it? So when AI handles our info, it's got to be really secure. Locking down our data is non-negotiable. And that's why prioritizing privacy in AI is like making sure that the vault where the data is stored is extra secure. It's about peace of mind, knowing that our data isn't just floating around everywhere. For instance, we would need to adopt advanced encryption and privacy preserving technologies in AI development. And finally, accountability. This is where we need to make sure AI owns up to its actions. If AI makes a decision, we need to have clear rules like road signs governing its outputs. It's about establishing trust. When AI makes a move, you and I should be able to understand why and how it happened, keeping everything transparent. And for this, we may need to have frameworks for AI decision making. There you have it. Prioritizing ethics in AI isn't just the right thing to do, it's essential. It's about making sure that as we advance, we are not just creating smart technology, but technology that upholds our values and earns our trust every step of the way. Now, let's discuss the basics of machine learning. This is like reading the ABCs of AI. Machine learning is like kind of teaching a kid to ride a bike. But instead of you pushing the bike, the kid learns by trial and error and getting better with every pedal. And that's what machine learning is about, getting computers to learn from data, not by us programming every step, but by letting them figure out the patterns on their own. Now, there are different ways that this learning can happen. Think of them as different teaching styles. First is supervised learning, where we give the AI a cheat sheet, like a guidebook, with all the right answers. AI uses this to make its own predictions and decisions. Then we have unsupervised learning. This one is like solving a puzzle where AI has to make sense of the data without any hints from us. It's all about finding the patterns and connections on its own. And lastly, reinforcement learning. Picture this as like training a pet. The AI system tries different things and learns from rewards and penalties. It's like saying, hey, good job, when it gets something right. And when it doesn't, try again. Let's now look at the building blocks of AI. Think of it as getting to know the ingredients that
make up the cake. First, we have algorithms. Now, I like to think of these as the recipe for AI. It's the set of instructions that tells AI how to come up with those decisions from a bunch of data. Just like you would follow a recipe to bake a favorite cake, AI will follow those algorithms to get things done. Next is data. Data is the fuel for our AI engines. If AI is going to make smart decisions, it's got to have good data, like a car needs gas. It's all the information that AI chews on to learn and get smarter over time. Every time you interact with AI, you're actually feeding data to it to help it grow. And last, but certainly not the least, we got computational power. This is the muscle behind AI. All the brainy algorithms and the data feeds wouldn't mean anything without the hardware to process it. It's like having a high powered oven that ensures your cake is baked to perfection. So there you have it, the trio that makes AI tick. And you know what? Understanding this can turn you from just an ordinary AI spectator into an AI innovator. Because once you know what goes into AI, you can start imagining all the amazing things it can do. It is also important to understand the distinction between traditional machine learning and the new and more dynamic generative AI. Think of traditional machine learning as a skilled student who learns from existing data and patterns to make predictions or to categorize information. It's very powerful, but within the realm of what it has been taught to do. Now, let's look into how traditional machine learning and generative AI differ from each other. Traditional machine learning is based on analyzing and learning from existing data, but generative AI is a step beyond the conventional. Instead of just learning from data, it's like an artist who creates new pieces of art. It doesn't just analyze existing data, it generates new content and new data. It's actually close to stimulating our human like creativity, which is what makes it a very powerful technology. Now, let's dive into the cool stuff that AI can do. We got two players in the field: traditional machine learning and generative AI. You can think of them like the true brains of the tech world, each with their own set of superpowers. First, think about traditional machine learning. It's like the dependable workhorse. It's got skills like predictive analytics where it can forecast what's likely to happen, kind of like the weather forecaster, but for data. Then there is classification. Picture it like sorting apples from oranges at lightning speed. Let's not forget pattern recognition. It's like that friend who never forgets a face. It's finding patterns in data that you and I might miss on a good day. Let's switch gears to Gen AI. This is where things really get exciting. It's like the imaginative artist in the family. Gen AI isn't just analyzing, it's also creating. It's the one that is painting new pictures, writing stories, and even composing music. It takes the data and uses it to augment what we already have, creating new information that didn't exist before. And when it comes to novel ideas, it's a powerhouse, churning out concepts and solutions that might just blow your mind. So, why should you care? Because whether you're looking to predict the next big trend or create something nobody's ever seen before, understanding these capabilities means you can leverage them to transform your work, your business, maybe even the world. Let's have a real talk about what fuels AI, the data. It's like the food for AI's brain. And just like you and me, different AI systems have different appetites. Take traditional machine learning, for example. It's like a bit of a gourmet. It needs a full spread of table data to get going. This means a lot of prep work is involved, like tagging photos, categorizing text, so that AI knows exactly what it's learning from. It's like teaching a child with flashcards, you got to show them what each picture represents and so on. Now, on the flip side, we got generative AI. This one is more of a street smart learner. It can do well with less data and doesn't always need it to be labeled. It's like someone learning to cook by taste and smell, not necessarily following a recipe. This often involves unsupervised learning where AI is figuring ways on its own, which is pretty neat, isn't it? So, why does this matter to you? If you're working with data, knowing these requirements is key. It's like knowing whether you need to bring a snack or a feast to the table. Let's also look at the key technologies involved. Now, I want you to think about neural networks as the brain's trust of AI. They're like the intricate web of neurons in our own brains, forming the foundation of how AI learns and generates new stuff. Imagine a vast network of connections all working together to help AI understand and create, just like we piece together our own thoughts and ideas. And then there is this cool thing called GANs, short for Generative Adversarial Networks. These are like the dynamic duos of AI. Let me explain what I mean by that. Picture two AIs in a sort of a talent show. One is the creator, crafting images and music that seems super real. And then on the other side is the critic, who's constantly judging if they are good enough to pass as the real deal. Together, they push the boundaries of what's possible and therefore creating outputs that can totally blow your mind with how realistic they are. So, why should you care? Because understanding these technologies will help you to mimic the creative process, which is quite wild. And who knows, next time you're using AI, you might just be interacting with a neural network or a GAN without even realizing it. And when it comes to complexity and innovation, traditional machine learning can be somewhat limited to the data it's been trained on. In contrast, Gen AI has the potential to push the boundaries, generating completely new ideas and solutions. Traditional ML is reliable, but it can only go as far as the road it knows. It sticks to the data it's been trained on, which is great for a lot of tasks, but sometimes you want to go off road, isn't it? And that's where Gen AI comes in. That is that cool, futuristic bite that can take you places that you've never dreamed before. It is not just coloring within the lines, it's creating a whole new masterpiece. It's about navigating through the what ifs and into the why nots, and therefore generating new ideas and outputs that stretch the canvas of creativity way beyond our imagination. What's really mind blowing is that Gen AI isn't just about matching human creativity, it's also about zooming past it. We are talking about custom creations on a massive scale, personalizing content like as if it's crafting a custom suit just for you. Let's consider use cases scenarios. Traditional ML has been a backbone in systems like spam filters or recommendation engines. Gen AI, however, is powering more advanced applications. From creating realistic AI generated art to developing complex language models used in natural language processing and creative design. The applications are as vast as they're exciting. First in art and design, Gen AI is creating pieces that are indistinguishable from human created art.
Secondly, in language, AI models can write text that feels incredibly human. And in business, it's about blowing the lid off traditional brainstorm, generating product ideas and solutions that might never have crossed a human mind. I want you to picture this. AI is your co creator, your partner in ideation, working with you to churn out game changing ideas and solutions. It's a thrilling time, and we are right at the forefront. Whether you are looking to shake up the market or redefine your industry, Gen AI is the key to unlocking potential you might not have even known you had. Imagine sitting on a light bulb moment that could redefine innovation as we know it. That's what we're tapping into with Gen AI. It's not just about doing things differently, it's about seeing the world in a whole new light. AI is not just a tool, but a collaborator that brings to life groundbreaking product and service ideas that can disrupt markets. It's like having a crystal ball giving you and me the power to predict market trends with a clarity that was once just wishful thinking. We're going to unlock creative solutions that will map out future market moves with precision. Gen AI makes some game changing ways to elevate customer experience that's possible. Imagine crafting interactions so personalized. It's like AI is giving us a window into each customer's unique world. This isn't just customer service, it's customer connection on a whole new level. With AI insights, we can tailor every interaction to be so spot on that customers feel like we're literally mind readers. And it's about creating those raw moments that will stick with them long after they have logged off or walked out from the door. And engagement. We are not just talking about keeping customers interested. We are talking about innovative strategies that make them never want to leave. We are building a community, a tribe of loyal followers, all thanks to the smart insights from generative AI. Now let's talk about efficiency. You know how tedious some tasks can be, right? Well, imagine if you had a smart assistant that not only understood these tasks, but optimized them to be faster and more cost effective. That's what we are aiming for with AI in operations. Now, I'm not talking about replacing the human touch. Don't get me wrong. Instead, think of AI as that trusty sidekick that takes care of the grunt work so you and I can focus on what really matters, like growing up our business and nurturing our creativity. By streamlining operations with AI automation, we are talking about giving you the freedom to rethink how your day looks. Less time on the mundane means more time for innovation, more time for your customers, and more time for, well, you. And now let's talk about cutting costs. Because who doesn't want to save money, right? Smart AI interventions are like finding loose change down the back of your sofa, except it's in your operational budget. Every penny saved through AI efficiency is a penny you can invest back into your business or even better, into your people. Let's talk about something exciting: driving growth. We're always on the lookout for that next big opportunity, isn't it? AI is giving us this amazing pair of goggles to spot new business opportunities
that might have been murky before. It's really kind of thrilling. We are no longer just dipping our toes, we are diving headfirst, identifying and capitalizing on uncharted territories. And think about our good old business models. They are like vintage cars. They got style, but they need an upgrade. That's where AI steps in, like a turbocharge of insights, reinventing these traditional models. And it's not just a paint job, it's a full engine overhaul. Now let's talk through the future of manufacturing together. Imagine stepping into a factory, but not just any factory. This one is driven by AI. Picture those assembly lines, but with a twist of intelligence that only AI can bring. It's about creating production lines so smart they can almost think for themselves. It's like the factory has a mind of its own, figuring out the best way to work, optimizing every move. It's not just working harder, it's about working smarter. I wanted to think about how this could transform your business. You see, we are not just talking about robots doing the heavy lifting. We are talking about a system that's learning, adapting, and making decisions that could very well outsmart us one day. It's really exciting. Now, let's talk about something that's really close to my heart and probably yours too, which is our health. Now, imagine walking into a clinic where your treatment is tailored just for you, right down to your cells. That's the magic AI is bringing to healthcare. It's like having a doctor who knows you better than you know yourself. AI is also diving into drug discovery, finding cures faster than ever. Think of it as a supercharged brain sitting through medical data at lightning speed to find what works best. And that's not all. It's revolutionizing personalized medicine. You know how we all react differently to treatments? Well, AI is on it too, customizing healthcare so that it fits you like a glove. So next time you're munching on an apple or peeling an orange, remember AI could be that secret ingredient making sure what's on your plate is actually keeping you healthy. You know how we always talk about building our dreams? What if I told you that AI is the new master architect in town? Picture this. You're sketching out your dream project, and there's this intelligent AI crafting and redefining the design right alongside you. It's like having a creative partner that never sleeps, always ready to churn out innovative designs tailored just for your clients. Imagine the possibilities. The skyscrapers, the cozy homes, or the futuristic malls. AI has got it all under control, from the grand vision right down to the nitty-gritty details. So next time you're gazing up at a magnificent building, think about this. Maybe AI played a part in that design, bringing together form, function, and flair. And who knows, maybe if you're an architect, the next time you're involved in a project, AI might be helping you leave a mark on the city skyline. Isn't it amazing that we are not just building structures, but we're actually shaping the future of architecture with AI? Have you ever called customer service and felt like just another number? I have. Well, imagine a world where the person on the other end of the line knows you, like really knows you. And that's the promise of AI in customer service. It's like having a chat with someone who remembers your last conversation, your preferences, even your favorite products. That's because AI is getting super good at creating detailed customer profiles. Think of it as having a personal shopper or a concierge who always is on their A game, all thanks to AI's knack for remembering the little things that make you, well, you. So next time you're on the phone with customer service, picture this. There's an AI working behind the scenes, making sure you get the service that's as unique as you are. And that's what I call is a game changer in customer care. Let's discuss productivity. Picture this. You're just having your morning coffee and there's an AI assistant lining up your day. It's like having an assistant who's always one step ahead, ensuring you're on top of your game. Now, zoom out a little bit. Imagine our organizations, our teams moving like a well oiled machine. AI streamlines everything from the mundane to the complex, freeing us up to focus on what we do best: innovating, strategizing, leading, communicating, and relating with others. And it doesn't stop there. On a grander scale, entire industries are transforming. This is huge. We are not just following markets, we are creating them. And thanks to AI's ability to spot and seize opportunities before they are even trends. You see, enhancing productivity with AI isn't just about doing things faster, it's about doing things smarter and carving out new paths that we could only dream about before. That's the kind of productivity we are talking about in today's world. And speaking of the human touch, it's all about collaboration. First is the need for human and AI partnership. AI can draft 1,000 ideas, but the stroke of genius, that's the prerogative of the human. It's our creativity, our insight, that gives AI's suggestions meaning and value. Next is the need for authenticity and trust in AI. For that, we need to balance AI's generative capabilities with human oversight. We are not just using AI, we are working with it. And that is a huge shift from the past. AI is not just a tool, but a partner to help us do things better, faster, and cheaper. Take a moment and look at this powerful scene with me. These industrial giants are more than just a picture. They are a symbol of transformation, of the incredible journey we are embarked on throughout this course. Now, let me ask you, how will you harness the immense potential of generative AI in your field? Imagine the sustainable solutions we could drive, the efficiency we could bring to life, the innovation waiting to be unleashed. It's time for you to take the wheel. As we wrap up this introductory course, remember, this is just the beginning. There is a whole roadmap ahead with 11 more courses designed to deepen your understanding, refine your strategies, and broaden your horizons in the realm of generative AI for business. Together, we will dive deeper into the essentials, explore industry-specific applications, tackle the intricacies of ethical integration. We will dissect the technical core, strategize its incorporation, and govern its evolution. And finally, we will project our insights into the future, setting our sights on the horizon of endless possibilities. So, as we close this chapter, I invite you to join me on this continuous journey of learning and growth. Let's turn the page to the next module and let's move forward together, harnessing the power of generative AI to not just meet but exceed our wildest expectations. Thank you.